Hey,
no, I bet it was.
Going away from that whole thing, I mean, you know, we talked about gimmicks, and you obviously understand. You had a character, at least. Were you a big Genius fan?
What's that?
Were you a big Genius fan? I mean, who influenced
Papa.
you?
I mean, I was a big fan. Listen, from the 80s, from the 90s, that's my childhood, you know, and I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, you know, on Vince's TV and going to the Garden and everything like that. So I was a fan of everything that they put out there. You know, I appreciated everything just in different ways, you know. So I appreciated Leaping Lenny Popo. I appreciated the Genius. Definitely, yeah.
All right. Sensei, you still hanging?
Jesus Christ. Come on with something better, Violence Jack, you cocksucker. As this guy, if he's fucking busy fucking whores or like what he was doing in the day, man. Come on with it.
Someone's
Violence
question.
Well, someone's going to ask that question, but you got to follow up with something. You got to have something to say afterwards. Violence Jack, cocksuck. I'm going to let fucking K-Ross up here in a minute, and he's going to fucking shit on you all over the place after we're done talking to Joel Gertner, for fuck's sake. MXW Wrestling. What is it, MX Wrestling? What's the website, Joel?
MXWWrestling.net.
MXWWrestling.net. Man, I can't wait. Man, we're going to fucking... Trust me, we got this guy that comes on. He's an aspiring ring announcer, and he regularly shits on Violence Jack, and tonight I'm ready for him to shit on Violence Jack. But like, have you thought of possibly, because you're a really, really, really good ring announcer, did you ever think of going into like doing boxing or MMA announcing, or have you been offered that? I mean, because that seems like a natural thing for you to do, because you can make a ton of money doing that.
It's very funny, you know, my only real kind of attempt to foray into that is going all the way back to the first year of MMA in the United States, 1993, right after the debut of UFC, and there was another company that was going to try to be their first challenger, and they were called EFC. I think it's, you know, stood for Extreme Fighting Championships or Extreme Fighting Challenge, what have you. And they were doing a show. They were doing, I believe, a pay-per-view. I'm trying to remember. And I applied to be ring announcer for that show. That wound up going to Harry Belafonte's son, if I'm not mistaken. And the interesting thing about that is the same night as that show was November to Remember 1995. And I actually wound up getting the call and being the ring announcer for November to Remember 1995, which was like 2 months into my run after I started. I had just been a timekeeper and hadn't ring announced the whole show, and here it is, you know, the biggest show of the year, and I got to ring announce that. So there was a moment where I was down for not getting the call to do the MMA show, and then lo and behold, everything kind of turned around in that same night. I ring announced November to Remember 95, but I appreciate the kind words and the compliments, and you know, I would love to do boxing. I would love to do MMA, and you know, maybe
there's so much of it.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, there's so much of it now, though, that I can't imagine that you couldn't show them a tape of your announcing and being like, boom, you know, like I mean, we got people on our like MySpace and bullshit accounts that, I mean, they're totally, I mean, they could obviously have a great announce, you know. Or like how come like somebody like WSX or one of these companies like or ROH even? How come you don't like? Why didn't they say like we could use the greatest fucking announcer on the independent scene, or say even like Women's Extreme Wrestling or Wrestlelicious, one of those companies?
I do actually work for Women's Extreme Wrestling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know that Eric Garage, I mean, I don't even know his name, but he's hilarious, and he's the only reason to watch, like, all the DVDs I have, the DVDs are terrible, but Eric Garagiola, or, I mean, I don't know, whatever his name. What is it?
Eric
Gargiulo? Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. He's the number one reason to get those DVDs, and if anyone could get a DVD with him on it, man, that dude's fucking great, man. Talk about politically incorrect. This guy is it. This guy's the number one guy. And you know, and what do you do? Are you on the new pay-per-views? Like
I do that, yeah. Yeah, I do stand-ups and wraparounds and that kind of stuff, interstitial stuff for the pay-per-views. Just kind of host the thing. You know, the voice of non-reason. You know, kind of running a thread throughout the show, and then you know, different segments come in between. You know, so it's just kind of go in the studio and do the pay-per-views every month or two, and.
Man, you look at that, and doesn't somebody like Gertner think, well, look, man, I'm dirtier, I'm more foul, I'm fucking more awesome than whoever's putting this show together?
For example,
you know, like, hey, you could put something better together than what's on that pay-per-view, and because they obviously must sell a shit ton on pay-per-view. I mean, I think somebody like, because I listen to I can see every, like, people have it on their websites. They have, like, just every introduction that Joel Gertner ever did for himself. They have every introduction that's on pay-per-view or on the underground TV of ECW. It's all genius. Every single time, it's fucking genius. Don't you think, like, man, fuck this guy doing WEW Women's Extreme Wrestling. I could do that. I mean, I could do it 10 times better because I'm 10 times filthier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does it piss you off that Jeremy Borash has a job, you know, with, like, a major company, and you're obviously, you know, far more talented?
No, of course not. He's a good guy.
Well, I think Team 3D should bring in Joel Gertner to be their personal ring announcer. I want you on my TV.
I appreciate that. For sure.
Hey, Violence Jack, hang on. Just be quiet because just in case we get our shit going, you got to be quiet and let Joel Gertner think he's not worth a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like you got to let Joel Gertner think that, man, motherfuckers forgot me. They don't know who the fuck I am. I suck. I must be terrible. No one knows who the fuck I am because then, you know, we don't want to be paying a fucking premium for fucking Joel Gertner, for fuck's sake. I mean, trust me, this guy, Violence Jack Joel, he's got the ideas to the max. And MAV TV has the fucking time to the max, especially between, say, midnight and 6 a.m. They've got time to the max to fucking dedicate to an incredible show that isn't family-friendly or fucked up. But I'm not telling you that because I would rather you not fucking even think about MAV TV the way that I think about MAV TV. I'd rather Joel Gertner just think that he sucks and he's terrible and he's not worth a fuck until we bring him in. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Joel. Come on.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, you know, let's hope there's room for both of us on MAV TV. Because that's between 12 and 6. That's a hell of a window. That's a big window. I think we can both crawl in. We can both get 90-minute shows, and we'll still be fine. There'll still be enough time for, you know, women's roller derby and, you know, bass fishing.
No, trust me. Violence Jack and I don't have a show unless we have Joel Gertner because half of our fucking gimmick is rolled around Joel Gertner and Sexy Eddie. So, fucking, if we don't have Joel Gertner and Sexy Eddie, we're fucked. So, you know, there you go. But, and I don't know if you know Sexy Eddie or not, but...
I do. I think, you know, actually I did a show in Albany with the first go-round of MXW back in 2006. If I remember correctly, I believe Sexy Eddie was on the show.
But imagine this, and I'm not trying to give anything away, Violence Jack, because we'll have to switch this whole thing up if it happens. But let me tell you, because let me tell you, wrestling is shitty now. It's terrible. It's the worst it's ever been. There's nothing good going on. TNA is okay, but let me tell you what I have in store is, say, Joel Gertner and Sexy Eddie are buddies. You're Sexy Eddie's manager, but then you get pissed off. You get pissed off at Sexy Eddie because he's getting all the bitches with his 14-inch fucking dick. And then you bring in a family a la Heenan, and fucking Sexy Eddie's your Hulk Hogan, and you're the Heenan character, but you're pissed off because of pussy. Right. And there you go. There it is. And you bring in all these big fat dudes to kill Sexy Eddie, but of course he always